Hello and welcome to the Luxury Lounge. That's right, every Thursday we head in the lounge, we shut the door, and we air our grievances with the world. And there's no grievance that's too big or too small or too frivolous. Your grievance is an important grievance, and that's why my guests and I will complain with you. That's right. You start the complaint, you throw the complaint beach ball into the sky, and we keep it as going as long as possible. And listen, we're on YouTube. You can watch on YouTube. We are on all podcast apps. I want to thank you for being a part of the lounge. Listen, it ain't hard to get entrance in the lounge. All you got to do is pass along the key. And what does that mean? Share with a friend, share with a coworker too, share with your mom and dad because they got complaints that would bother you too. We sing every now and again in the lounge. You know, the piano's here. I like to get into it. I'm very excited. I announced last episode, Gramercy Theater, New York City. It's coming. I'm going to be taping a special. The material, I think, is there. It's going to be a tight 45 minutes of laughs that can be cut up into 1-minute clips that hopefully you'll share with everybody. But it's going to go on YouTube. It's going to be this, you know, I'm doing the thing. So I want you guys to come. Also, I got other dates. If you're listening right now, I'm going to be in Albany, Milwaukee, Mohegan Sun, Baltimore, Maryland, Richmond, Virginia, Boston, Massachusetts, added a second show, Miami, Florida. Miami. We're going to Miami. Thanksgiving weekend. So if you're going like visit your family, you want to get away from those old fucks, come hang with me. My parents will be there. They'll be bothering me. So come on out, Miami. Very excited about today's guest. Return. You've been on the podcast before.
I have not.
You've not?
No.
Holy
you've been on
shit.
Mine.
New to the podcast. I've been on his. He made sure to let me know. I've really fucked up that. But new to the lounge. Turner Sparks, thanks for coming on, man.
Thanks for having me, dude.
It's great to have you.
Yeah, I'm excited. Thanksgiving in Miami sounds great, by the way.
Oh, I'm so
I think I'm going to come.
Come, please. Yeah. You're invited.
This is the first year my family's, they've already announced we're not getting together this year.
Really?
So we're doing Christmas, and so they're just like, you know what, everyone
do your own thing.
Including my wife. She's going to be gone.
Really?
She's going to be in China, so I got nothing.
Do they do, is this a bad question to ask, do they do Christmas in China? Is that a...
They do. Yeah,
okay.
I used to live there for 12 years.
I know. This is why you're my China expert.
Yeah, I'm the Chinese guy. Yeah, I'm the New York City Chinese comedian. Shang Wang's in L.A.
Right.
I'm in New York.
Well, it's funny that, like, they'd be like, who's your Chinese guy? Here he is. And then...
So they did that.
The whitest guy ever.
Saying that because otherwise it's a very odd question for you to ask me without the audience knowing what we're talking about.
Yeah,
yeah, they do Christmas, but you might know a better equivalent. I think it's the same way we do Cinco de Mayo.
Interesting. Like we're celebrating in just because it's a thing.
Because it's
out
fun.
there. Yeah, it's
but
fun.
They don't know what it is. Like if you ask like what if you say like what do you think of Jesus? They might say who?
Oh, really?
What do you think of Christmas? It's awesome. People put up decorations at restaurants. You go out to dinner.
So Turner, you're an international comedian.
Yes.
You've performed how many countries?
I think 15 to 20, somewhere in there.
What is the strangest country to perform in?
Myanmar.
Burma,
whatever you want. I've done it twice.
You mean where Rambo went and murdered everybody?
Yeah, Rambo 4 or 3 or whatever, when you went upriver.
What made you go to... Where do you perform in Burma?
There was a guy who had a show, and when I was starting, I started comedy in China, and all the local scenes around Asia were like you started out in Boston, right?
Yeah, I started here.
Oh, you started here?
Started in New York City. I'm from Boston, but I started in New York City.
So if you go do like a Jersey bar show to be like, I want to, I can, you're an open mic comic, but you're like, they'll let me do 15. I'm going there. That was me, but like Burma. So it was the first place they would let me headline.
So you're in what brought you to China in the first place?
Teaching English, like that whole thing, everyone did.
So after college, you're like, I'm going to teach English.
Yeah, for a year.
What I always found strange about the teaching English thing in another country, you don't need to know their language.
No, you don't need to know anything.
How do you teach?
You don't need to know English. You don't need to know. My roommate was a Pakistani guy.
We're really
barely spoke
spreading
English.
The gospel. We are like the worst. We're sending our dumbest and dimmest to go out to the world.
Yeah.
Spread the world of English language. And you're like, I don't even know.
Because what did you do after college? like job, I'm assuming, right?
I sold life insurance and annuities. I was a financial advisor, but like the summer after college, I went to like the Jersey Shore and hung out while I studied for those exams you had to take.
Okay, well that was me, but China.
Wow.
So it was, the whole thing was like, I don't know if it's still the same way. When I graduated college, I'm a little older than you, roughly the same age. Everybody, the whole point was like, so your parents could have something to brag to their friends about at a cocktail party that their kid was doing.
Right.
So
and I think that's come back to bite us a little bit. It's very generational. I think the millennials will be known best for keeping up heirs.
Yes.
That was
it.
Like
that was
even
it.
people who went to colleges, you'd be like, there were people that were like, I'm going to college. And you're like, you? Like, because you had to go to college.
Yes.
You had. And now I think we've kind of come off of that a little bit. It seems like Gen Z, like
that's better.
I think it's more reasonable.
Well, everyone's in debt for no reason.
Right.
But anyway, so like it was people at a cocktail party in Sacramento, California. My parents would be like, my son's in med school. Or my son's getting a real estate license. And then my parents were like, my son's in China. They didn't even mention a job.
Right, no.
Everybody else has a job. Being in another country is like, ooh, that was fine. That was all you had to do.
Well, this is amazing. So, and it's funny because, in comedy, there's scenes. There's people that come from certain areas. You're part of the China scene.
Yes.
Right? There's And it's you, Des Bishop.
Gus Tate. Do you know Gus
I don't know
in New
Gus.
York? Butch Bradley was out there for a while. He's been everywhere. But he's been a couple years. And then Will
Ronnie Chang.
Ronnie was not.
But
Ronnie
he was part of the international group.
Yes. So he was in Australia. Yeah. But he would come up and do shows. So like I knew we never met.
It's so funny that you talk about going from Australia to China as if it's like me going from here to Connecticut.
It is. Here's why. Because there was like in all of Asia, probably 100 comedians total who actually were doing it. Who weren't like, let me try an open mic for fun.
Right.
And so then, if Ronnie came through, he would hit like Malaysia, Singapore, everybody up to China.
Wow!
Japan.
So listen, Turner's hilarious. Everyone, you're gonna love him. He has an album that is coming out tomorrow. So it's coming out the 30th of September.
Yes.
And right now, if you're listening on the 29th, you can pre-order it on iTunes. So just go to iTunes, type in Turner Sparks. The album is called Double Happiness. We want you to go listen, love. I always say, and I said it last episode with Caitlin Cook, the comedy album is the cousin to the podcast. It is something to kind of change it up a bit. You're going to hear us talking out of our asses a little bit. There, it's a produced piece. Where'd you tape it?
Friars Club. New York City.
The Friars Club. Like, how cool is that? Like, that's like a iconic comedy place, and you're going to hear the din of people kind of filing into the room. You're going to hear the laughter. It is I would say if I'm to describe the comedy album, and Turner's fucking hilarious, you're going to love it, it's almost like a meditative thing. Like, you get to take yourself into a room that you're not even in.
Yes. Also, comedy, I think, is meant for smaller rooms. Like the bigger special in the theater, obviously, if I ever got to do one, I would do it.
Of course.
But comedy in, like, the best comedy hour of all time, I think, is Skanks for the Memories. The Attell album. Yeah. Because it's in this club, and it's just like hit.
Right,
and you can really do that. You can...
Because, in a theater, it is strange to even say this, but you wait on the laughs to come to you.
Yeah.
When it's in a little club or a nice small room, you got 100 people, you hear the laughs come right away. Just like keep on coming.
You're looking everybody in the eye. You're looking to wait to when the guy slows down the laugh to hit the next punchline.
Right. So listen, people, go. Pre-order, because that helps. Listen. We're not here to give. This isn't about charity. We are giving you a product. It's called Double Happiness. You're going to laugh. But here's the thing. Oh, you like Turner? I like Turner. We're going to help him out. Let's do the pre-order so he can go up the charts so that other people can see his album. This is, we want more people. We want eyes. We want ears. We want to get you and your friend and your coworker, your brother, your sister, your mama, your papa. Okay, let's go to the lounge. JTrainPodcast@gmail.com. We have fantastic complaints today. I'm going to start with my complaint.
Go for it.
And we start every episode. My complaint, your complaint. Hit the music. Jared, he has some problems. Jared, he's got some issues to do. Get off his chest right now. Jared has a lot of issues. Jared has a issue with a lot of things that we can discuss. Can you relate to the problem now? My complaint is people commenting on what you're wearing. Okay? If you're not, there's like 6 compliments that are okay. You wear a suit, you look good in the suit.
Sure.
You wear a shirt that someone like that shirt. These are very easy things to say.
Yeah.
Anything else, you've gone too far. I wore a Chicago Bears t-shirt at the airport this morning. My flight was at 6 a.m. And I'm coming from Buffalo, which Buffalo has its own insecurities and issues. And
Sabres.
The Buffalo Bills and the Sabres. And if you wear something different, they take it as, oh, you're trying to come into our town and tell us who to cheer for? You're trying to start trouble here? And it's like, no one cares about you. The only reason we put on a shirt is because we look good in the shirt, because we feel comfortable in the shirt. No one's putting on a shirt to make a statement to you. The Uber driver, how was the game last night? The guy at as I'm boarding, did they win? I don't think they won. Another guy, not a Bills fan. 6 a.m.
Did the Bills play the Bears yesterday?
No, I'm wearing a shirt.
Just a shirt.
A shirt.
Trying to get through life.
Trying to wear a shirt. You know why I wore the shirt? Because I didn't feel fat in it.
Yes.
That's the only reason. Then I open up my phone. I'm on my Instagram stories. I'm wearing a shirt right now, a polo from Chubby's. I like Chubby's shirts. They have another polo that has like paint splatter. It looks a little bit nicer than this one, I would say.
Yeah.
I wear it because I like how it fits my body.
Sure.
That's I'm not wearing it to like tell you something about myself. This woman wrote, "You like that shirt?" Yeah, I fucking do. What do you want me to say? Of course I like the shirt. What do you want me to say to you? That this shirt makes it so I can see myself in the mirror without wincing and having to not eat that night? Is that what you want to hear?
I mean,
we're all just trying to get through, and we don't need you go, well, explain the shirt to me. There's no explanation other than I think I look good enough to leave the house today.
Yeah. I think if it's 6 a.m. and you're at the airport and you're analyzing other people's shirts, you should be in jail.
Right. Throw them out. No fly list.
Yeah.
There should be it should be that
I've
movie.
never once thought of another person at the airport.
I'm thinking of other people
6
to
a.m.
avoid them at 6 a.m.
Yeah.
It should be, you know that movie where they can't talk or the monsters will eat them?
Yes. Yes.
With
I forget what it's called, but yes.
It's whatever the movie's
the whole trailer is like, shh, be quiet.
Yeah, you can't talk. That should be the airport up until 10 a.m. Anyone talks, they get eaten by a giant monster or just taken away in handcuffs.
Can I tell you something? I once saw Vlade Divac. I'm from Sacramento, California.
Yes.
I saw Vlade Divac at the airport. He's a hero to our city.
That is a big sighting for those that don't know basketball. But in Sacramento, Vlade Divac, that is, I mean...
We're little Serbia, essentially.
Right.
Every Serbian basketball player comes to Sacramento. The best team we've ever had in our lives. Think of the best local sports team you've ever had, the best version of it. He was one of our best players. He's in the NBA Hall of Fame.
Yeah.
I saw him 6 a.m. at the airport. Why he's at the airport, I don't know. He should have his own plane.
Right.
And why he wasn't even in the Express. He was waiting like everybody. Like he didn't have TSA pre-check.
Yeah.
I didn't say a word to Vlade Divac because I said, you know what, it's 6 a.m.,
do him a favor.
do him a favor. If it's noon, I'm going, hey, Vlade, 2002 playoffs, loved it.
Huge fan.
6 a.m., silence. I'm certainly not commenting on his shirt.
It is wild that anyone thinks anyone wants to have a conversation at 6 a.m. And never mind referencing the thing they're wearing on a Monday morning when you feel like crap and you just want to get home.
Even if it's good-hearted. Even if it's, hey, Bears fan. No. Not at 6 a.m.
Let's go. You got a complaint?
I was just at my...
Hold on. Hit the music.
Oh, yeah. We need that music.
I get different music. It's the guest's turn to complain. They're ready to jump in. Listen, we don't We don't.
They've got lots of problems
We don't
too.
spare
It
any
ain't all about Jared. Let's hear their complaint of the day. Let's hear their complaint of the day.
Self-indulgent.
They're invited on the show.
Do we mute us during
to
these?
have some
No.
fun and complain
No, I have
with you.
because people say they watch this on YouTube. They go, their
Let's
favorite
hear
part
that
is watching
complaint.
people react to the song. So go ahead, Turner.
First of all, Juilliard or Berkeley School of Music? Where'd you go?
I did my doctorate at Juilliard.
Sure.
Berkeley undergrad.
Got it. Okay,
Yeah.
cool. I can tell. Great tunes.
Thank you.
Yeah. Okay. So I spent the last 2 weeks doing shows around Northern California and Nevada. My parents are based in Sacramento, so I stayed with them, saved money on the hotel, used their car.
Great.
Go out, come back. Go out, come back. Go out, come back. You know,
They were your base, your West Coast base.
they're my West Coast base. They are baby boomers, should be retired, but they'll work till they die.
Right. An underrated problem in society right now.
Get out of the way.
They are not. They are very much in the way.
Get out of the way.
And then they tell you, just go show up in an office and give your resume, and you go, well, you're in the office.
Yeah,
Get out
how
of
about
here.
you quit?
Shoo.
You know, Gen Xers are retiring early
Right.
now, and the baby boomers still have jobs.
They're going to still keep going forever.
It's insane.
And I reference this on Coffee with JTrain. I'm not a political guy, but our representatives and our political representatives are all like they're all old. Like,
Yeah.
there's not a lot of like young hot. The young
they're all
hot
100
shot.
years
Yeah, they're all
old.
and they're all
every leader, every side.
right.
Yeah, super old.
On all sides of on all corners of the political spectrum. It's all old people protecting their gated community.
I
And
mean,
it's
here's
very
what's
weird.
insane. My dad's 74. I told him the other day. I was like, Dad,
74. Like,
He's-
that used to be like death's doorstep.
Oh, I told him in 2 years you'll be old enough to run for president. He's almost old enough.
He's almost there.
almost there.
He's still chasing his dreams.
Both either side, by the way.
What does he do?
He's he's a CPA accountant.
Yeah, get out of the way. We got
Yeah.
new accountants.
Yeah, there's other people who
there's
can
other
account.
people. We got debits and credits. This is
So
ageless.
not only that's the okay. Here's
Yeah.
that's the base of the complaint. The complaint is that it's the middle of summer and you turn on the air conditioner and he goes, whoa. This,
he's not
elec-
even indulging. He's gonna die
not
soon.
even close to indulging. they live.
Feel the cool breeze on your
Oh,
face.
The water went out at the house the whole time because they have a well. And so
A well?
they live out in the country. I grew up in the country.
Hold on.
So they're well people.
Well, you can't just float by the
It's
idea
normal
that your
to me.
parents have a well.
I mean, it's electric.
What are you,
it's not
Jack
like
and
a
Jill?
bucket.
This is crazy.
It's in the Sierra Nevada foothills outside of Sacramento. It's
This
burning
sounds-
everywhere.
this
by the
sounds
way.
like a
It's all
dream,
on
though.
fire.
Oh, it is?
Well, near them, their house is
Okay.
fine, but everywhere around it's on fire.
Yeah.
The well's broken 90% of the time, so then it's just bottles of water you're drinking. A well guy's coming next week every single time.
Hold
they're there.
on. So the running water is dependent on this well?
Of course, yeah.
How do you shower?
No, you can. The water works, but it's contaminated. It's most of the time contaminated.
This is
because it comes from underground. And these are wealthy people, okay? So then you can shower, but you can't drink the water. In the summer, you don't want to go dead of winter or dead of summer because my dad refuses to turn on the heating or the air conditioning.
okay.
So then you're just boiling.
Is that dependent on the well as well?
That's just dependent on him being a prick. And then the internet doesn't work, barely.
Does the internet work off the well too?
The
No.
internet, they're so far in the middle of
There's
nowhere.
a guy on a bike riding
He's
to
like,
keep
I
the
don't want-
Wi-Fi
It's
on.
like dial-up, essentially. It's like you turn on, it's like,
Oh my god.
He's waiting on Elon Musk to bring his, what's the satellite? Starlink? Do you know this?
Well, I know this, but I'm saying that's such a weird.
That's their only hope.
It's crazy that it's like old school, new school. Like, it's crazy that he's like,
Yes.
no, we're not going to update the Wi-Fi until the newest thing ever comes out. Elon Musk
They
saves
still
him.
have so they bought new versions of everything in 1995. And
they're
then they went,
sticking
we're
to it.
good.
We're done.
They have a satellite dish on the hill that moves. Not a mini.
How
on
big
your-
is this property?
5 acres out in the woods.
So,
There's
are they
deer.
woods people?
No,
Does your dad go into an office?
we all went downtown. We went to high school. My brother and I did across the street or down the street from the Lady Bird. You know her, Greta
Yeah,
Gerwig.
yeah,
She went
yeah.
to the girls' school. We went to the boys' school. That's in the movie. Okay. They both worked within a half a mile of our high school. We're city people who just grew up in the woods. I don't know how to do anything in the woods.
So,
You know?
so they were like, we like the lifestyle out there,
Yeah.
but we want, well, you know, having been to Sacramento twice,
Yeah.
I would say this makes some sense.
Yeah.
You know, you are in a major-ish city, but then
Yeah, it's a
you
big
also
city.
like it is accessible to
To the mountains.
Right.
The country. Yeah. So also in the 70s, everybody was getting murdered. Like the Unabombers from Sacramento.
Okay.
The Golden State Killer, the Strangler, whatever. Every famous serial killer is from Sacramento.
a lot of pride. Okay.
And so then they moved. That's why they moved.
Okay.
They were like, we don't want to get killed.
So it is interesting that it's got to be tough to complain to people. Thankfully, you're in the lounge.
This is the perfect place
because you're
for me.
going, oh my God, the well is broken. And people are like,
Yeah.
what the fuck are you talking
Yeah,
about? Right?
yeah. The satellite dish won't move today.
right.
You know, we have to go up there and physically
So you have to
it.
move it?
No, it'll move.
Oh, okay.
But I mean, it's like the water, the internet. I tell my parents, I'm like, if you want, because they're like, our house is worth like blah, 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 however much, you know? I'm like, not if you don't have internet. No
Right,
one's
it's-
going to
it's
buy
worth
it.
nothing.
Yeah,
Yeah.
it's worth zero.
You-
You better trick these people into not checking the internet.
You're going to have to find the next serial killer who wants to live off the grid.
That's it.
That
yeah,
wants
log
with
cabin
a lot of money.
style. Yeah. So anyway, I don't know. They live in squalor. They don't have to. But, you know.
That's really the complaint, is living with people who prefer to live badly when they don't have
They
to.
don't have to. Their cars are all broken. So I borrowed my parents' car. Very nice of them to let
Sure.
me borrow the car. Again, it's like a 1995 Jaguar. So it's a nice car for 20 years
It's
ago.
funny that like they've run out of that need. At some point, they did want to feel good about the
It's
things
like
that
how-
they had, but
yeah.
now their fear of having nothing trumps their enjoyment in anything.
So it was 112 degrees. The air conditioner was broken and the windows wouldn't roll down, but they didn't tell me till I was like 30 miles from their house.
I kind of have this issue with my dad, but it's with food. My dad will go to a restaurant. He'll go. I remember my dad went to a restaurant and he came back. He went to like the opening night and I was like, how was it? He's like, I don't know. He goes, I like a place where the burger's coming off the plate. And I go, what does that mean? I go, what if it's a burger made out of dog do?
Yeah.
Like as long as it's a big burger, I don't care what the burger is. And I go, that is the difference between the generations completely. Like the idea that he just wants a lot of burger and not a good burger. Like we want efficiency. And we talked about this last episode. We want Google Maps. Get me there as quick as possible.
Yes.
I don't want the scenic route. I want to get from point A to point B like that. I want all efficiency. I want the Uber driver to know where I'm going. I don't want to have to talk to him. I want him to go and go and go. They're just like, I want a lot of it.
I want a lot. My dad won't eat sushi. You know why? It's too small.
Yeah.
Not because he goes, it's a little thing. I'm
Right,
like, what am I
right,
going to pay $20 for a
But
little
do you
thing?
enjoy it? You go.
He's literally never had it.
Yeah, this is crazy.
Because I'm not having that. It's too small.
But again, that translates to everything.
Yeah.
JTrain podcast at gmail.com. Here with Turner Sparks at Turner Sparks on Instagram. Go pre-order the album. It's on iTunes. It's coming out tomorrow. So tomorrow you can go stream it anywhere. Today you can pre-order it so you wake up in the morning and it's there ready to go for your commute or whatever you're going to do that day. So let's go to the lounge. Send in your luxury lounge complaints. We love specificity. I gotta write a song, like an R&B song that involves specificity, like instead of like RESPCT specificity. I don't know.
Yeah, what you do is you go high, you sing it, and then you have like, remember that one guy in Boyz II Men? There's always the guy with the low,
right.
low.
The
specificity, and then he goes, be specific. Like it's something slightly different, but it means the same thing.
Right, I like that. Okay, now we're working. Luxury lounge. Stop yelling at me for my drunk cigarette. Jared and lovely guest. Love the pod, you up, and everything you do. I'm not sure if I will continue to get judged by you and the guests for this one, but I need to put it out there anyway to quite literally air out my complaint. I usually enjoy a cigarette outside the bar on nights when I am drunk. I like the enhanced buzz, and it gives me a reprieve from a loud bar scene. Additionally, have made friends with other people who want to bum a cig, and I don't mind it because I smoke so infrequently. It takes me maybe a month or so to go through a pack. Anyways, maybe I'm just looking for ways to justify it, but my complaint is the people around that who say, why are you still doing it? It's so gross. Or why is a pretty young girl like you smoking? Oh my God. I'm 23 for context. Also, they have no idea that I'm only doing it for fun, but still, why do strangers feel the need to tell me this? It's not like I'm blowing smoke in their faces. I would never do it around a friend that doesn't like it. Sincerely, stop judging me for my drunk sick. What do you think?
This is a clear generational divide. Because I remember performing at a time in stand-up where everyone in the room is smoking cigarettes.
Sure.
And as a comedian, you're elevated above everybody. So it's all in your face. So anyone who's outside is a hero to me.
Right.
Also, she said
you're polite.
You're outside. What else do we want? Well, I don't smoke, but they're out. They're not in the bar anymore.
Well, it's people wanting to talk to you. One, like, what's a pretty girl like you? That's a man hitting on you, thinking they're doing it in the right way, and they're not.
Yeah.
That's one reason. The other thing that I really see eye to eye with her is like, this is my one thing. This is what gives me a little bit of happiness in this crazy mixed up world. I'm out here chilling. Cig, this is a cigarette. I don't smoke cigarettes. I can't. I physically can't.
Yeah, me
I even if I tried to do one, I would look like a fucking loser.
Yeah.
First, and let me just say to her, there is nothing sexier, hotter than a chick having a cig outside a bar to me. I don't know why. I see that and I go, whoo, she is hot shit. Like, I don't know, right? Don't you? You're like, look at that. Is that?
Yeah, it looks good.
Is that
it's like
Stacey
a
Carosi? You know, like I think of her as like the badass.
It reminds like an 80s movie. Every 80s movie had a hot blonde chick with like curly hair and
that just had that one cig.
Yeah.
I don't know. It's just something hot about it. So let me just tell her, it is hot.
Yes.
And someone's going to go, but I had a papa who died of lung cancer. Yeah. We're all drinking alcohol. It ain't good for you. Yeah. We're all eating fast food. It ain't good for you. We're all having, I have a glass of wine to calm down. Well, this is what she does to calm down. Just because socially the cigarette has become...
And she's doing it for fun.
Right. And it's like the idea that like, we live in this like cold turkey society. The idea that like, because she's having one cig outside of the bar on her one fun night out, that she is now done and gonna die and is a chain smoker.
Everybody else is drinking inside.
Right.
All her friends who are judging
no one goes
her.
up to them and goes, liver didisease.
Yeah.
Why are you doing that? You're going to smell like tequila.
Have you ever had people tell you not to watch football? This reminds me of that.
Right.
You're like, it's my thing. It's my one thing.
They're asking you to be more human than they can even be.
Yes.
They're less human than they can be. They're asking you to be morally better or just better than they could ever be. Like just
because they don't like football, they're like, wow, you really watch it? What about pick a topic and there's a reason why.
Pick 1,000 reasons why not to watch football. Yeah, but you know what it does? It makes me forget my fucking life for 2 fucking seconds.
Exactly.
Yeah. So to this person, I totally agree. You're out there, you're having that one... And then someone comes up to you, that's not good for you. As if she doesn't know.
Yeah, totally.
They fucking have the lungs, with like depleting pictures of the lungs. They put in your face at every hour of the day. The person that can't fucking talk.
Yeah.
The hole in their throat.
Who's smoking a cigarette out of their neck.
Yeah. The idea that we don't know, like it's like, a cigarette's bad for me. You're gonna no. She knows the risk. She's 23. She's a fucking adult.
She somehow is losing the lottery because she's getting hit on or attacked by the worst of all generations.
Right.
She's getting the young people who've never seen anyone smoke smoke inside, so they're flabbergasted by any smoking.
Right.
And then she's getting the old creepy guy who's like, "Hey, little lady, you're too attractive to be smoking around here."
Right. And the cigarette is almost this like lighthouse beacon for douchebags to come up to you and say the most annoying thing ever. Yeah. JTrain podcast at gmail.com. You should film me smoking a cigarette. I mean, it's like the saddest thing.
I've never smoked one.
I have.
I think I got a sore throat immediately.
In the womb, I swallowed this thing called muconium, and it's your own shit, and your own shit in the womb turns to tar. So I got it in my lungs.
It's still there?
I don't know if it's still there, but this is what I blame it on, because I've tried to smoke cigarettes. I've tried when I was in France. I was in France this summer. I was like, I'm Euro Jared.
Yeah.
I was in France. I'm sitting on the beach. I got a little fucked up. I'm hanging with these like Scandinavian women, and they're all smoking cigs. And I was like, I want to be smoking a cig. So I had one.
Yeah.
And then I had two. And and it's funny because in your mind, you're like, ooh, Pepe Le Pew, you're fucking hot shit. I probably look like, like an idiot. But I wanted to be hot, sexy Jared on the beach in France.
And then it was the next day.
Next day,
I get like a
little bit, but like I literally can't inhale it.
Yeah.
So I can't go. Like they're going.
Yeah.
And I'm going.
Yeah.
Like I don't know if that's translating over the podcast, but if you're watching on YouTube, you can see how pathetic I must have looked. Like, well, we'll do a video. I'll smoke one cigarette outside of the bar. I'll put on my leather jacket. We'll do it before the show in a couple. Yeah, done. We'll do it. You get this. Shelby's going to be my pusher. JTrain podcast at gmail.com. JTrain podcast at gmail.com. Here with Turner Sparks. Go. Hilarious. So funny. The album, Double Happiness. Go, go, go. Go get it on iTunes. Pre-order. Very helpful. Luxury Lounge. My cleaner is cramping my space. Jared and guest Feather. I'm writing from Toronto where my group chat is already assembled. We hope you come this way soon. I've been trying with Toronto. Don't get me wrong. I want to come to Toronto. I know there's an audience there. I would love to come. It's going to happen. I have a luxury problem, and I'm also seeking out some advice. Ooh, a little double
Sounds
happiness.
Good. Yes.
Just like the album. Get it right now. My husband and I have a great cleaner who helps us out each week so we don't have to spend our free time scrubbing toilets and mopping floors. My problem is that over time, our cleaner has gotten too comfy and has started hanging out at our place. She carves out time for breakfast and lunch, even though it probably takes about 4 hours to clean our place. If I were out of the house, this would be no problem, but I'm on a year-long maternity leave, and even though she's lovely, I don't want to feel cramped. This has come up on this podcast before. I am the child of parents who have had cleaning ladies my whole life.
Yeah, same.
Okay? So nothing was worse growing up than, like, you're watching cartoons on the day that she's there, and you're like, get out of here. And your mom is on the cleaning lady's side because she's like, she's got to clean the fucking house. Get out of the way, you fucking idiot.
Cleaning up for the cleaning lady to come?
Oh, my whole life. There have been occasions where she has accidentally woken up my sleeping baby during a rare moment that I get to have free time. How do I get this to stop? It's so hard to get a good cleaner, so I don't want to let her go. Thanks for commiserating with me. For any advice you can offer, thanks, my cleaning lady's BFF. What do you think? You relate to this, right?
I do. I mean, I thought she was going to go with I've lost things and I don't know what to do about it. But it's always just misplaced. But I was told very early in life, under no circumstances are you allowed to complain about the cleaning lady. That was the rule in our house.
That is a good point because this is a luxury. I mean, this is why we're in the lounge.
You need to find it. You know,
right?
You can't blame the cleaning lady.
But with this situation, it seems like they've become friendly. The cleaning lady's hanging out.
I wonder if she's paid hourly or paid by the job.
It sounds like by the job. Yeah. I mean, because if it's hourly, you
could put a time limit.
Right. You could also put up one of those things on the wall, like at the Flintstones, where you check in, check out.
Yes.
So at least you would know when she's
like an hourly job.
Yeah. To me, here's what I would do. You got to get ahead of it. Hey, shop. When they tell me last calls at 12:30, we kick everyone out at 1. You start preparing your night to head towards 1 a.m.
Get a couple last shots in.
Get some shots in. So you say to her, hey, I got to go. Every time she's over, we got to get creative. This woman needs to write 10 excuses. So 1, my in-laws are coming over. That's a good one. In-laws are coming over at 2. We got to get out of here by 2.
Yeah.
So, and do it always within a half hour of when they would end. So it's not like the minute cushion. They end. So give some cushion so they can hang. Yeah. You can hang for that extra half hour.
Late lunch.
But I got to get you out of here. Hey, and that's how you say it. I got to get you out of here by 12:30. Hey, great to see you. Oh my God, hugs and kisses. You got to get out of here by 12:30. My in-laws are coming at 1.
Yeah, they're total assholes.
Right.
Like
we hate them.
Yeah, we love you, hate them. Yeah.
The kid has nursing and whatever. We got to write down like 10 excuses.
Or what about
a
weekly excuse? Something that just happens every week. Every week at 1, I have,
and they come on that day. So so you have to keep their schedule consistent.
Yeah. So it's only one excuse,
right? So it's one excuse. This is a good point. Yeah. So you keep their schedule to Thursday every other week, and Thursday every other week happens to be when you do mommy and me classes or whatever
some
that
kind of
is.
Class. Yeah, where everyone's coming.
Yeah, we've entered the little baby into ceramics, and she goes the
whole neighborhood ceramics at our house.
Right, and so you gotta get the fuck out of here. Yeah, I think that's the move. JTrain podcast.
But then maybe not ceramics because she would wonder, well, like, you're doing a great job cleaning up the ceramics.
Well, no, they go out to ceramics.
Oh, they go out.
Yeah.
So everyone has to leave.
She goes to her wheel the little baby wheel, and they do ghost.
That's it.
Okay, we're sponsored, people. JTrain podcast. We have a new sponsor, First Person. Thanks to First Person, I can now take an active role in my brain's health. First Person is a precision-targeted supplement system that uses the brain-boosting benefits of mushrooms to activate the full potential of human brain health. Made with functional mushrooms, First Person supplements stimulate the body's natural production of triggers that help improve energy, mood, and sleep. I gotta say, they sent me some. I've been trying it. Damn good.
Oh yeah?
Yeah, it's pretty cool.
How do you take them?
They have I take the one, the Moonlight. It's for sleep.
It's like a pill?
Yeah.
Okay.
And it's been really, really nice. I gotta say, no, you just sleep better. You just
sleep better. Okay.
First Person uses 100% grain-free organic mushrooms sourced from the best in-class vendors. It's nice. It feels good. And it comes in really cool casing. They have Sunbeam, Golden Hour for Sunbeam for focus, Golden Hour for joy, and Moonlight for sleep. So you get them in the 3 cases. They're in my bathroom, and before I go to bed, pop it in, we're good to go. Start improving your brain health and cognition with First Person. Get 15% off your first order by going to getfirstperson.com. Use code JTrain. That's GETFIRSTPERSON.com. Code JTrain for 15% off your first order. Getfirstperson.com, code JTrain. These statements have not been evaluated by the Food and Drug Administration. These products are not intended to diagnose, treat, cure, or prevent any disease. So go check it out, people. Let's keep going.
I have a new advice for the first one, the cigarette
go ahead.
one. She should just tell people she's smoking this. It's mushrooms.
She's having mushrooms.
Yeah,
this is for brain health.
I'm going to sleep.
Well, this isn't a smokable thing. These are in a pill form. But that could help. I'm doing cloves. People don't care.
Yeah.
When you say it's something not sick, these
That's
are
all
cloves.
they care about.
Yeah. JTrainPodcast@gmail.com. Turner Sparks @Turner Sparks on Instagram. Luxury Lounge Gen Z fashion. Here we go. How do you feel about Gen Z fashion?
I think I'm okay with it.
Right.
I can't think of specifically what it is.
It seems like
the big jeans.
Gen Z fashion seems to be Gen Z fashion seems to be that they went up to the attic of their parents' house, took all their dad's old clothes that he uses to clean out the garage, and put them all on at once.
I think it might have to do with Stranger Things.
Stranger Things kind of helped it. Yeah.
All of a sudden, 80s music is back. I tried to go see Blondie last month. It was sold out, and tickets were like $300.
Oh my God.
I thought it'd be like $20. I thought it was like a joke.
Right. Is there a farewell tour?
Oh, is that what it is?
So there it is.
Okay.
Once in a lifetime opportunity. Hi, Jared. Love the pod, especially Luxury Lounge, and I don't know where to complain about this, but here. We really need to talk about Gen Z fashion trends. Disclaimer, I am by no means a voice of fashion. I'm a 93 millennial who loves her black and neutrals. With that said, this is getting a bit out of control. Love people doing their thing. The issue is I can't look anywhere without seeing prairie dresses, bright-ass patterns, baggy jeans, high socks, dad sneakers, tiny bags, and sunglasses. And the worst part for a big boob girly are the string tops that say "fuck you" in your bra. Or there's a lot going. This person's really.
I guess I don't know as much about Gen Z fashion as I thought I did.
Or the tops that are oversized as fuck. Where is the in between? Am I the only one that does not think my dad's barbecue outfit is cute? Right? Could it be that I'm just triggered because I wore this in the early 2000s? And as a guy, are you feeling this 90s vibe? So what do you think?
I'm on the reader's side, the list or whatever. The commenter's side. I want to add to that the mullet. Have you noticed that's back?
Mullet's back. It's like a faux hawk mullet. It's a little bit more like
Here's my only issue with the mullet coming back. The mullet was around when I was in high school, like late 90s,
right? In
a very jockey joke way. Like a jock would have, one guy on every high school football team would have it,
right?
Because he was the funny jock,
right?
And
it's been taken over by like
now it's like nerdy Gen Z,
right?
But it's fashionista nerdy Gen Z, and it's serious.
It's serious.
If you try to go like, "Hey, mullet," they're like, "What?"
Well, it's funny because I was just in Buffalo. There was a guy in the front row had a mullet,
and
it felt like he was a throwback because he was the jockey, funny.
Oh, he was.
It felt like a joke to him.
I'm okay with the attitudes like, hey, this is hilarious, I have a mullet.
But there doesn't seem to be a sense of humor
That's
about
my issue.
Yeah, and that is with a lot of the Gen Z fashion is you go, oh, look at you're wearing butterfly clips, and they're like, what's wrong with it?
Yeah.
And you're like, oh, okay,
yeah.
Back away. Yeah, there's some of the fashion I like, some I don't. Some of it, and again, I'm a straight man commenting. Sure. Like, I guess I'll comment on the men I see because I won't. I'll leave the women to themselves, but I'll say I just was in a coffee shop near here, and it's all made for skinny people. It's not a good look. It's like a T-shirt that like goes down in a straight line that could only fit someone who has no curvature to their body. Like, it seems like the male Gen Z fashion is for everyone who smokes cigarettes and doesn't eat anything ever.
Yeah, like super skinny.
Right.
Yeah.
It is not. It seems to be we are eradicating the jockiness from life. And from a male perspective, it doesn't seem to fit men of my look. Like, it just feels like everyone lost their bulk. And I don't know when that happened. I don't see a lot of like. I'm not saying Gen Z is like just a bunch of, but it does feel like the people that
skinny.
Yeah, the people that wear that stuff are very skinny, and then I try to look like that, and I'm like, no, it ain't gonna happen. I'm old and gross.
It's I mean, to add to have you noticed, guys? This might be only a Brooklyn thing, which means coming soon to wherever you are.
Yeah,
in America,
right. It starts in Brooklyn.
Is the cutoff guys in cutoffs? Have you seen that?
I've seen it. I've seen it. It worries me because. You know what worries me most about seeing guys?
It's like Ray Lewis.
Guys in the crop top.
Yes.
It's very worrisome because at some point, I'm going to have a couple skinny days in a row. I'm going to walk into Abercrombie. They're going to be selling a crop top, a male crop top, and I am going to try it on. And I'm going to say, Jared, what do you think? I'm going to really think for half a minute. I am going to embarrass myself. There will be other people at that Abercrombie & Fitch going, is he really going to put it on the crop top? Is he really doing this? And I'll be looking in the mirror going, I don't know. Could I pull it off? And like for a good 20 minutes, I'll be trying to think, maybe I'll wear the crop top to Thanksgiving.
Yeah.
But maybe I'll feel a little fat because I want to eat when I'm in Miami for Thanksgiving.
That might actually be it.
Right. I could wear it to the beach in Miami. I look young. And there's going to be a few of us that escape that Abercrombie wearing that crop top.
With it. Yeah.
And to those people, rest in peace. Because I wish them the best, but it's going to be a sad day
it's a
watching
very
you walk
specific
around.
Body type.
It is the most specific body type.
Yeah.
And just remember this day. If you're watching this, if you're listening to this, remember, you should not be in a male crop top. If you're wondering if you should, you shouldn't.
If you take one thing away from
this episode, JTrain podcast at gmail.com, JTrain podcast at gmail.com, here with Turner Sparks. Go follow at Turner Sparks on Instagram. We're sponsored. I love this sponsor. Not that I don't love all. I love all my sponsors, but I love my sponsors differently. What I love about this is it's a great solve for an issue. I have so many things that I want to frame. FrameBridge makes it easier and more affordable than ever to frame your favorite things without ever leaving the house. Add a gallery wall to your home office or send a foolproof gift for all those weddings you have coming up. From art prints and posters to the photos sitting on your phone, you can FrameBridge just about anything. That's the other thing. We take all these photos. We don't do much with them except put them on Instagram. Do something beautiful, do something smart, do something wonderful. Great gift. I love it. I framed the cue cards. I did the Tonight Show. I framed the cue cards. I sent it directly to my parents. My parents, they put it up on their wall. Such a fun gift.
Genius.
Just go to framebridge.com, upload your photo, or they'll send you packaging to safely mail any physical pieces. They're giving you the packaging. This is great.
I said something to my wife yesterday. I need to frame it. I have a picture I need to frame.
This is it. This is your opportunity. Preview your item online in dozens of frame styles and gallery wall layouts. Your finished piece comes ready to hang. Prices start at just $39 and all shipping is free. Order... We got the DJ set over there. Prices start at $39 and all shipping is free. Order online at framebridge.com. Or if you're in New York, D.C., Atlanta, Philly, Boston, or Chicago, stop by a FrameBridge store to work with a designer in person. I love that. Get started today. Frame your photos or send someone the perfect gift. Go to framebridge.com. Use promo code JTrain to save an additional 15% off your first order. Just go to framebridge.com. Promo code JTrain. Framebridge.com. Promo code JTrain. That's so simple.
I'm doing this.
It's a fix.
I literally this morning, I was like, I need to frame. I have this. We went to El Salvador to do a show, do a stand-up show. I have the poster.
El Salvador. What was that like?
It was awesome. They changed their currency to Bitcoin. So we're filming a TV version of our podcast.
Come on.
Yeah. To see what it's like to live in a country where Bitcoin is your currency.
Is it work? Are they?
Barely. So most people, what we learned, so like 60 Minutes went down before us, which we were concerned about because they got the story. You know?
Yeah.
But then
they scooped you.
Yeah. 60 Minutes. But then their story was, thank God, it was just like, the government, like what the government told them. So they're like, it's a utopia. Everyone here uses Bitcoin. We went down, hung out with actual comedians who live there.
Yeah.
Told the story through their lives, you know?
Oh, wow.
And they're like, no one uses it. It's obviously, we're not going to use a currency where it's just going up and down. So they're still using US dollars.
Unbelievable.
And then we did a show with it, like a stand-up show. I did a show with them at the end of the week. But that poster, I've been trying to get framed.
There it is.
FrameBridge.
FrameBridge.
Promo code
JTrain.
15%.
15% off. There you go. See how good that ad read was?
Really
you remembered
good.
the whole thing. Luxury Lounge. Doorless gym bathrooms.
Okay.
Jared and presumably funny guests. Yeah, you're right. I'm writing about the bathroom situation at the gym I attend. I recently moved and found a new boutique gym with all the fitness classes I enjoy, like yoga, cycling, Pilates. It's a little expensive, but it has 4 studios within one space that allows them to offer a lot of different classes and times, which is awesome. Here's the issue. There are only 2 bathrooms in the building. Each one is set up like a hotel-style doorless bathroom. Sink outside. There's a stall for a toilet and a stall for a shower. So I guess it works where the sink is communal between the 2 bathrooms and 2 stalls. This means when I inevitably have to shower at the gym before work in the morning, I have very little privacy. To make matters worse, the shower stall is so small that I need to exit in order to put on my clothes, and the only space I have to do this is the stall with the toilet. This is I'm trying to imagine this.
I am too.
And it's a little difficult to think of, but I guess I do understand where boutique gyms before, like I used to go to Barry's Boot Camp when they were first growing, and they didn't have a good bathroom shower. It was like one toilet for the whole boutique because a lot of them can work in a space that's really small because they're just bringing people in, bringing people out, wash it, get people in, get people out. So they're like not about the bathroom. But the problem is the bathroom is a huge part of the gym experience. Yeah. I sit in there for like a half, like I need to make sure that I'm not going to have to like run out to the toilet in between the workout. Definitely. So sometimes I'm sitting on a toilet like, okay, just get everything out before this thing starts.
Yeah. That's like me pre-stand-up.
I'm the same way with shows.
Oh my God.
Yes. To make matters worse, the shower stall is so small that I need to exit in order to put on my clothes. The only space I have to do this is the stall with the toilet. Obviously, if this was a locker room type of space with a door that closes, it wouldn't be an issue. But this results in me trying to move quickly to the other space before someone walks by on their way to their own workout class while I'm wrapped in a too small towel trying to exit the shower. Not sure who thought this layout was a good idea, but considering the money I pay, I feel like a tiny bit more privacy would be warranted. Thanks for letting me know your thoughts. Sincerely, Privacy at Pilates. What do you think?
I want to start with the towel.
Yeah.
Because this is a big issue for me, too. The gyms never have a regular size towel.
Right.
It's always the too small size towel.
That's the thing, because they're trying to cut corners in a way, because they're saying we're the gym. We're not the bathroom. We're the gym. And so that kind of gets them out of being a place, but
if you're paying a lot of money, like this guy is,
but that's the thing. They're saying
us a towel.
What they are doing is they are allowing themselves a bit of blissful naivete. Oh, you need a towel? Because they're the gym. Yeah. That's what's so annoying about this. They go, no, we used
to have all that stuff, didn't they? Or am I wrong?
No, this is a boutique.
But the big gyms used to.
The big gyms, it used to be all, come on in,
everything
we got shaving cream.
Yeah.
It's just like our dads. We want a lot.
Yes.
But it was like you got but then you were off on your own. They're saying, we give you, we're going to do classes. And again, efficiency. This is playing off of the thing we want, but not really admitting to they should be providing a toilet and a shower and good towels and somewhere to get cleaned off. But they're saying, you want efficiency, you got to deal, then that's all you get.
And we're in your neighborhood? Is that kind of the idea?
Well, I think it's
boutique,
just...
we're local.
Because they can fit anywhere. They can be in a strip
take
mall.
A shower at home.
Right. It is funny that we have gone away from like the Anytime Fitness, where it's this big 24-hour fitness, where it's like this big, huge dome where it has everything. But you go, but I don't need all that. So we were like, again, efficiency. This is our generation. We go, I don't know. I just want to get the workout done in 45 minutes and be done with it.
Yeah.
So they've given us one thing, but taken away.
And is it cheaper or is it still the same price?
It's expensive because they're saying it's a high end. You're getting knowledge. So they're going, for like a Barry's boot camp is like $30 a class.
Yeah.
If you go every day of the week, if you go 5 days a week, you're spending a lot of money.
Yeah.
And they're saying you're getting the workout of your life that you couldn't give to yourself. That changes every time. So we're giving you the power of knowledge, the power of efficiency.
Yeah.
You're going to get in better shape with us than you would be on your own. So we're going to charge you higher. And then you go, well, what about a bathroom and a toilet? And they go, oh, that's not what we do.
Yeah, for the price of that, you got to take like a prison cell shit.
Right. That's right.
They're like, everybody's going to watch you.
You're going to shit in the middle of this class.
Yeah, right.
If you want the efficiency of this class.
Doing yoga around you.
Right.
Yeah.
If you want this efficiency, we're going to give you a cocktail napkin to dry off after your shower.
That's it.
And we're not going to give you much. Barry's has evolved, Barry's boot camp, where they do have better bathrooms now. But I remember this was their whole thing. If you want to come get this hit workout that you can't get anywhere else, you better be shitting in the streets.
Mm-hmm.
So I understand their complaint because it is right. They are right. They're going, hey, this is what I'm doing. But they are trying to do, it is interesting to me, they're trying to take the world, they want a 2000s, an aughts experience in the 20s. Like in 2022, you're trying to get like a 1990s experience of the gym, and you can't have it both ways.
I mean, the YMCA still exists. Right?
That's the thing. You want to go to a bigger gym, but you're not going to get this. The Pilates class, the cycling class, the community. You're fucked.
So, a quick story,
please.
I was in my second day moving to New York. I moved here in 2016. My second day, I went to the YMCA down the street to take a tour and see if I might want to join. I walk into the locker room and and the guy's like leading me on the tour. He opens the door to the big locker room. He's like, hey, here's the locker room. And there's the showers on the left and the lockers on the right. So you have to walk from in front of the entry door. Like
to get from shower to locker.
From shower to lockers. As he opens the door, a naked guy is standing there, stops and like looks at us and puts his hands up, naked. It's Paul Giamatti.
Stop it.
Butt naked Paul Giamatti.
At the Y?
At the Y. I've been here for 2 days. And then I was like,
welcome to New York.
In my head, I was like, is that, I mean, to me, because also I've been in China for 12 years, so like not to be hacky, but for real, a lot of white people look the same.
Yeah.
Like I thought I was seeing, a lot of other people I thought I saw and I didn't actually see. I looked it up, Paul Giamatti lived like 2 blocks away.
That's crazy.
It was 100% him. Just butt naked, like,
That is so funny. That is crazy.
Full Paul Giamatti
right.
face.
And also, like, it is interesting that he's like, oh my God, what are you doing here? It's like you're in the locker room.
Yeah, he
Giamatti.
looked at me like I was like we were like, what? You're invading my space, but he was totally naked, walking from one side to the other.
Oh my God.
Yeah.
JTrain podcast at gmail.com. JTrain podcast at gmail.com. Here with Turner Sparks at Turner Sparks. Go follow. Luxury Lounge. Water resistant is too similar to waterproof. This frustration goes back decades, but finally hit a breaking point yesterday when I wore my Apple Watch in the pool. I noticed it had stopped working and thought the battery died. So when I got home, I let it charge for a few hours and it was dead on arrival. After a quick Google search, I found out the watch is water resistant, not waterproof. I've worn my Apple Watch in a pool.
I don't have one, so I don't know.
Haven't
But
I?
I wouldn't throw my phone in a pool. But maybe the phone's not either. Keep going.
Right. Fair. Those distinctions are far too similar to be actual categories with very different thresholds. If you resist something, you're not affected by it. So why is my watch resist something? Why is my watch fried because of something it can resist? It's fair. And also, here's either it's affected or it isn't. There needs to be a better way to categorize the two. Am I wrong to feel like this is purposely vague? Hoping for the best in my visit to the Apple Store this week. What do you think?
I'm on this person's side, 100%.
Yeah.
They should tell you the amount of. Is there an amount of feet underwater you're allowed to go? Apple resistant up to 2 feet.
Right. I want to know how much water I can put it in. So right now I'm looking at the workout app on my Apple Watch. One of the workouts is pool swim.
So
what are we talking about here? You can't have.
We're talking lawsuit.
Pool swim, open water swimmer. There's 2 different swimming choices on the Apple Watch.
This is clearly a lawsuit. My advice to this person would be pick whatever one of your friends is a lawyer,
right,
and get them on it.
You're going to go after Apple, baby.
Let's go after Apple.
That's
right.
Yeah,
everybody settles.
They'll settle.
It's America.
I'm sure they don't have enough money for a lawyer to go to court for years. The amount of people.
Maybe we get a class action. That's true.
Well, but you
have a big listenership.
There's got to be a lawyer out there who wants to take this case on.
Yes.
Because the idea that you're water resistant and it would break. I'm in a pool where you have encouraged me.
It's telling you
to
jump
take
in the pool.
A pool swim.
Yeah.
What is it going to do? Measure my swimming from outside of the pool? I have to wear it.
You have to. It has to be on you, right?
Right. So in what world? I mean, unless this person was deep sea diving in the Mariana Trench or whatever.
Yeah.
Then
the Gold Coast.
They have a case here.
Can I ask a question though? Is that the thing that tells you to swim on your Apple Watch? Did it come with the watch, or is it an app?
Came with the watch.
All right,
it's the workout
smoking gun, as they say.
Right. This is the workout app. I go to pool swim.
I got
to unlock the display during swimming workout. Turn the digital crown. Press pause. The GPS is used during swim, and water may prevent a heart rate measurement. Look, it gives you all these warnings.
But doesn't tell you don't get it. But also
don't
never
go under
do this.
17 feet.
Yeah.
JTrain podcast at gmail.com. JTrain podcast at gmail.com. Here with Turner Sparks. The album, Double Happiness. Go pre-order on iTunes. Luxury Lounge, Sports Scroll. Jared, why is the scroll with news and scores forced on us? It's not consistently on or off, even on the same network. I think it should be an option I can turn on or off to my liking. If I DVR a game or two, I want to turn it off so I can watch out of order. without spoiling the results or being forced to care about whatever ESPN seems to be breaking news. Sometimes it's not available at times when I do want it, like a college football Saturday with a bunch of games going on at once. I always see the option to press the red button for Sky Sports customers to watch Formula One highlights while the live race happens. Let's bring that technology to the U.S. and use it to turn the scroll on and off, since it's not as easy as just don't look or check your phone for scores. Thanks for fielding my gripe. So I guess what they're saying is, when you watch ESPN, at the bottom of the screen, it tells you all the scores.
Yeah.
If you tape a game and you're behind, you now are seeing other scores that you maybe don't want to see.
Totally agree.
If you're like watching one game while you tape another, you're going to see scores.
So you're I'm going to watch my game in 4 hours,
right?
But all of a sudden it's showing me the final score
right.
of my game.
And what it does is anytime there's a score, ESPN will go flash, 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 score just happened, and tell you, which is annoying because it's like even if you're trying to avoid it, they're flashing at the bottom.
This is brilliant. I mean, there's like 9 ESPN networks, right?
Right.
There should be ESPN no spoilers.
Right. That's a good
network.
idea. That ESPN no spoilers.
No spoilers Saturday. No spoilers Sunday. Whenever it's like a big slate of football.
And that that would help ESPN because then you could watch SportsCenter how it originally used to air. SportsCenter was all the highlights more. Now they've kind of angled SportsCenter to be like, you've probably already seen this, so we're going to do some talk about it. SportsCenter used to be like, okay, we're going to show you what happened in Sacramento.
Yeah, I remember.
Because you have no idea what happened in Sacramento.
I grew up a Denver Broncos fan. They never showed them in California on TV. So I'd have to wait till all the games end, turn on SportsCenter, and that Sunday night SportsCenter, and I would try to predict, like, as he's reading the highlights,
Yeah.
is it going my way? Is it not?
I miss the Boomer and Tom Jackson Sunday night highlight show so much. And I think they brought it to ESPN Plus for a second.
Okay.
And it was so backwards to me. They were like, they had it on ESPN Plus. So all the people that would like love that show aren't going to ESPN Plus.
Yeah, I don't have ESPN Plus.
Right. Like I don't want to do that. I want Boomer and Tom Jackson. Put the new show on ESPN Plus for the new, but I guess they're trying to get us there. But it's like, now you've just disappointed me double.
Not getting ESPN Plus.
Ain't gonna happen.
Yeah.
So what you've done is you've taken all the enjoyment out of this because you're trying to push this new thing that ain't gonna happen for you.
Yeah.
Die with the ship. It's dying. Just let cable die with you. Like let us hold the iceberg as we float into the sea.
Yeah, let it go. I think that Peyton Manning and Eli Manning show is great.
I like that.
Right?
Yeah, that's fun.
So why they're doing all that kind of new stuff? This is an easy idea.
Yeah.
And you can sell more commercials. You have a whole other network now.
Right.
Channel. It's money.
This is a great idea. It's this weird thing that we are trying to like have it all at the same time. It's back to the gym.
Yeah.
I want 90s, but I want today.
Yeah.
It's like the music station. 90s R&B and today. Like we want a mix of everything. We want it all. Luxury Lounge. My car is too safe. Jared, love the podcast. I got a serious complaint for you. In February, I got a 2019 Honda HR-V. I love it. It is a great car, but it has way too many safety features. The one that bugs me the most is the blind spot camera. Every time I turn my right blinker on, the display screen in the car switches from the navigation to a live video of my blind spot. Although this feature is sometimes helpful as it shows if anyone is coming on the right before I turn, I'd rather just turn my head to see and keep the navigation on the screen. My map goes away so I can't see which turn to take, and I have missed the turn or take the wrong turn numerous times. I know this is an important safety feature, but it is so annoying. Thanks for providing this safe space for us to air our luxurious grievances. Sincerely, safe but lost and frustrated. What do you think?
I think it's not an important safety feature.
I agree. It's like, also you have to we've learned how to drive.
I was going to say.
We learned how to drive without this.
We've had it without that since the beginning of drive, since Ford invented the automobile.
Right, and I would be curious to find out, is this causing more accidents or, like, it might be creating accidents just by creating the confusion.
Yeah, well, she said she's missing her turns.
Right.
So then you're like, frantically trying to find your turn.
Right. And it's thing, this is like one of those feelings versus facts things. Like, what are the numbers here?
Yeah.
How many lives has this saved? How many lives has this hurt? I guess it's tough to quantify how many lives it's saved. But I would say, like, when I see this, I go, this would distract me more than it would help.
You can do the basic numbers of, like, you know how they're trying to figure out how many people died of COVID? They just have the overall numbers of how many people died this year versus how many died in a normal year. And that's how they estimate. You can do the same with this.
Yeah,
you can do how many people died of car crashes over the last 50 years, how many died since 2019.
Well, I guess they would have to do a Honda HR-V version of it.
Yeah.
It's, again, this is the theme of today's episode, where it's like the cross, like, when do we move forward? What do we hold on to from the past? What do we like? What do we need for the future? Like the idea that like I can't turn my head to like look behind me to make sure, you know, we all were taught a process of driving.
Yeah, it's easy.
Right.
My mom's process tells us to look. I didn't realize this was weird till I started driving.
That's very funny.
My entire childhood, she'd be like, Turner, can I go? Can I go? I'm like, I have to sit there and look out the window in the passenger seat.
Andy Fiore said his dad did the same thing to him. We just talked about this on the last Luxury Lounge.
Really?
Yeah.
It's not. Were they taught to drive this way? She still to this day won't admit it's the wrong thing to do. Once I became an adult,
you're asking a child to do your job.
Once I became an adult, she's like, Turner, tell me when I can go. I'm like, whoa, no, Mom, I drive now. This isn't how it's supposed to work. You're supposed to look. She goes, that's not true. Just tell me. You can see better.
In what world? Like,
No
what
idea.
does she do on her own? Doesn't
That's
she
what
drive
I
alone?
Well, she gets in a lot of accidents.
Well, she just
She was telling
fuck
us
it.
last week when I was home, her car was broken. Her tire was popped in her new car. And she goes, I got to return this car. The tires keep popping, but she hits curbs like every 10 minutes. You know, she blames the car.
Just conveniently leaves out all the curb
She's
jumping
returning
she's
the car.
doing.
My dad's like, all last week was trying to figure out how to return her car.
And they're just sitting there like, yeah, we're not going to take back a 95 Jaguar.
Yeah,
You know?
the alignment's off like immediately, you know?
JTrain podcast at gmail.com. We got one more. Turner, this has been fantastic.
This is
Everyone
great.
go follow Turner at Turner Sparks. Go follow. The album is called Double Happiness. You can pre-order on iTunes right now.
Please do.
Lounge. Shower Registry Hellscape.
Oh, my God.
Jared.
Okay, I'm in.
This registry bullshit is out of control. For backstory, my fiance and I are getting married soon and do not subscribe to the traditional wedding madness. Not that I hate anyone who wants that for themselves and their families, but it's just not for us. We opted for a nice, intimate dinner with close family and friends at a nice restaurant. My fiance comes from a very nice, albeit very traditional type family. I know no other way to describe it but this. Christmas with his family, no alcohol, and singing happy birthday to Jesus with a literal cake and candles. Hey.
I don't think that's traditional.
I don't know what tradition it is, but I can picture it. I'm looking at it. I get it.
I'm a practicing Protestant, a Presbyterian. I've never done that.
Well, this is kind of crazy, right?
That is nuts. Yeah,
but
yeah.
Here's the other thing. It's crazy of her, too.
Sure.
You have to know the beast you're tangoing with.
Yes.
And it's like when you say we don't do the regular wedding stuff and your fiance's family is singing happy birthday to Jesus and waiting
candles?
for the wind to blow out the candles.
I guess 2022 candles.
Maybe that's it, or they
He was
just
born in 0, I think. I could be off by a couple years.
my family. You're handed a shot when you walk in the door, and there's usually one person who needs help putting their shoes on at the end of the night.
Yeah.
But I digress. Yeah, I get it. You guys are
That's more traditional.
The Jetsons
I would
meet the
say.
Flintstones.
Yeah.
We were politely forced to still have a wedding shower in the basement of the church where his mom works, although neither of us wanted any part of it. People were going wildly off registry, insert random religious decor or duplicate of any item I already have. But not only that, but failing to include a gift receipt. So not only are you forced to feign excitement over something that you did not ask for, a shower that you did not want, but you are also forced to keep it. Well, what do we think?
I mean, we've already said someone should be put in jail. I forget who, but these people, someone who gets you a gift and doesn't, off registry, no gift receipt, definite prison.
She should just go. Here's the thing. She has to I don't disagree. I'm not here to disagree with him. This is annoying, but this is what you've married into. You knew this was coming. You knew intimate dinner is almost fighting words to these people.
Yeah,
For you not to be being touted down the aisle in a queen's crown while Jesus mascots dance around or whatever the fuck. You have now
Jesus mascots.
Well, I'm just saying, like what you're doing, is really you're taking a stick and poking the bear.
Yeah.
So you have to understand that. So I agree. What you're dealing with is annoying comparatively to how you live your life. But this is where I come to you and I say, it's raining out. You need to bring an umbrella. Receipts. Who the fuck? What are you going to go to the Christmas tree shop and get something else that you want? You don't even want this shit.
Well, you get your money back.
I guess maybe I would take it directly to a pawn shop.
Okay,
I would go literally brand new. I wouldn't take it out of the packaging. All the stuff that I received at this wedding shower, it would go in the bed of a U-Haul truck.
Yes,
directly to a pawn shop, and I would say to the guy would come out and go, $20. I go, take what I can get.
Good enough.
There it is.
More than you had yesterday.
I would, because the problem with the registry gifts that you don't want, that you had to do because these people are so traditional, is just the space it takes up. The putting it somewhere in the home. I don't even want this. You're better off. I am telling you this right now. Sometimes I get sent these packages, like publicity packages. Sometimes, and what I used to do is like, I'll use this at some point. Now, directly to the Goodwill, directly to the garbage, directly to the pawn shop. Just do it direct, straight to the, and you will feel the weight of Jesus off your shoulders.
Yeah. It's great. Right? Yeah, here's this 2020 Jesus action figure. How much? $275? Good. I'm in.
I'll take it. Here's
I think it's
Super
right. Yeah,
Jesus.
because it's all stuff you didn't have anyway.
Right.
The money, even if it's $50.
You didn't want it.
Yeah.
You didn't want it. So let's just believe it never even happened.
And you're right. They're not going to go registry. The registry thing, I mean, we didn't want to everyone doesn't want to have one at first. And then someone explains to you like, oh no, you can just return all this.
Right.
And then you're like, fine.
And also, it makes it so easy.
It's easy for everybody.
Get everyone, you don't have to deal with questions.
Yeah.
Turner Sparks, thank you for coming on.
Thank you for having me. It's been an absolute blast.
Everyone go follow Turner at Turner Sparks on Instagram. The album Double Happiness, it is out tomorrow, but you can pre-order it on iTunes. Go, go, go. I'm Jared Freid. We're here every Thursday in the lounge. We'll be back next week. Boom.